Hello everyone, we are coming to you live from Silicon Slopes in Salt Lake City. I'm your host, Jack Cassel, and joining us today is the COO of Atlassian, Anu Bharadwaj. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Jack. Pleasure to be here.
Yes. So first of all, congratulations on being named the COO. You took that role in fall of 2021, so just about a year ago, after leading kind of Jira and also this migration from the cloud servers, or to the cloud servers, I should say. Tell us a little bit about that first year in the seat and what's the business currently focused on?
Sure. I like to think of the COO role as a blank Scrabble tile because it's so unique to every company. So you really deploy the blank Scrabble tile for maximum impact, and you deploy the COO where there is maximum impact to the business. And Atlassian's very much a product-led company, so as COO, a lot of my remit continues to include product and R&D responsibilities in addition to what you would expect to find in a classic ops role. So on the product and business side, our migrations, like you mentioned, from server to cloud have been going really well. We're pleased with where we are in terms of execution and customer migration velocity. We've continued to make great strides in terms of enterprise adoption. We've landed more and more large regulated customers like Deutsche Bank into the cloud. Just shows the maturing of the cloud. And on the developer marketplace, we continue to grow substantially year over year, and we just crossed over $2 billion in GMV on the marketplace. And on the ops side, to complement the business side, we're focused on building an operating system across the company to help us scale the business to over $10 billion and to more and more employees. And recently we announced, well, not that recently, 2.5 years ago, we announced a policy called Team Anywhere, which allows Atlassian employees to work from nearly anywhere without any mandated in-office presence. As a collaboration company, we believe this is the future of work, and we're really inventing the future of work by living in it ourselves.
Awesome. We had heard that there was Atlassian's first Marquee event, I believe yesterday. Tell us a little bit about the event, and were there any big announcements to share?
Yeah, we're very excited about hosting our Marquee event. It's called Work Life. We hosted that at San Francisco. Atlassian operates in 3 big markets. It's the Agile DevOps market, the ITSM market, and general work management market. We have customers across all 3 of those markets use different kinds of products from our product line. And we've seen a lot of customer demand from each set of customers to talk more about what products are in each of those markets and the innovations that come out of that. So traditionally, we've had one annual developer conference, one annual user conference. But now, because of customer demand, we've broken it out and added 3 extra events focused on specific markets. So yesterday we announced that we're just releasing a new subscription from Atlassian called Atlassian Together, which brings together Trello, Confluence, Jira Work Management, Atlas, and Access, all in one single cost-effective subscription, which more and more companies are looking for because it's easy for companies to adopt solutions that work for them. So we don't force them into a suite, but really make it convenient and easy for them to get a single subscription.
Okay, very cool. And I'm sure that's just going to build the stickiness of the community as well as the product suite.
Exactly.
You had mentioned earlier the Atlassian Platform. Tell us a little bit more about the platform and how is that helping businesses and your customers?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we have 3 different markets and different product lines in each market. The Atlassian Platform is a central cloud platform, a set of shared services that power products across all 3 of these markets. What that allows us to do is do a more long-term strategic play where we can patiently invest in one place and harvest the benefits of the platform in all 3 of the different markets. So it's invest once and harvest the benefits in 3 separate markets, and allows us to stamp out new products as part of our incubation program called Point A, where we can now build new products much more easily and faster on top of an existing platform. This also gives us the benefit of enterprise readiness, being available for our products straight out of the gate from day one. Things like data residency, compliance, all of these take a long time for startups to really get to, many years of investment. With the platform, we've made this investment and made it available to all of our products, both existing and future. So this is really interesting for us. Plus, it really lays the foundation for open toolchain philosophy, which is we have a single backbone in the platform connecting all of our products, with data and analytics being able to be shared across the different products, therefore increasing the value we can deliver to customers.
Okay, very exciting. Atlassian's now the 5th largest SaaS company, and you continue to hire at an incredible speed and rate. I guess, what's your biggest learning over the last few years of scaling at that rate and adding that headcount?
Yeah, I would say 3 lessons. One is it's important to learn from others and adapt to market, but also be true to yourself. Atlassian has a very unique flywheel model where we're very disciplined about customer acquisition costs, and we invest just about 15% or so of our investments into sales and marketing. We are very disciplined about keeping customer costs low, customer acquisition costs low, and therefore, even as we have scaled as a company in terms of revenue as well as employees, we've stayed true to that model, and we invest disproportionately in R&D compared to many other peer enterprise SaaS companies. So we've remained true to that and to our large customer base, which is we don't just serve the Fortune 500, we serve the Fortune 500,000. So that's one lesson that's been useful. A second one we've noticed is that growth is not linear, it's a power law. So for example, in our ecosystem, which is a lot of third-party developers building on top of the Atlassian ecosystem, the first $1 billion in GMV took us 7 years to hit, and the second $1 billion to get up to $2 billion took us just another 2 years to hit. So we are very mindful about staying invested in long-term opportunities and being patient about the gains that we see. And finally, like I said before, we're making sure that we build an operating system that continues to support the company being agile and fast and responsive, even at large scale. So we think about, hey, what's the company going to look like 3 years from now, and prepare for that future starting now.
Okay, and suffice to say, you'll continue likely adding that headcount into fiscal year 23 and possibly beyond?
Yes, so we've added about 3,800 employees over the last 2 years, and we are now at well over 8,800 employees. We have always had the opportunity to invest in each of our 3 markets because they're all doing really well in ADO and ITSM. If you look at JSM, it's one of our fastest growing products. In work management, the opportunity is immense. So we made a conscious decision to double down and invest in the long term to make sure that we continue to deliver value in each of our 3 markets and capture opportunities.
Okay. Well, it's been such a pleasure hearing your story as well as Atlassian's, and thank you so much for joining us today.
It's been wonderful to be here, Jack. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.